You know, this is a great night for, we all are having a change of heart because we're away from the TV. You're not watching anybody fight. You're not watching what went wrong and who's bad. And you're out looking at something that's positive and moving forward. And actually, we're making money for something that's going to help people who are making this all possible. It's called America. We have the money that comes in so that we can keep the troops going, and the people who are supporting them are actually their families. I wanted to say that before I bring Bob back out here again. You know, I think the big problem we have in our country is the family structure is falling apart more than it has, you know. It's not, I mean, these are all controversial things now, you know. Everybody's separated because what happened was the cell phone has put us together and separated us. It's a dichotomy. Now, I tell a story about Satan and how he was, in the religious world, he supposedly has 10,000 years of ruling this earth. And then he has to go back to God. That's the way the story goes in the scriptures. So Satan's called back to God. And God says, hey, Satan, what do you think was your best work in all the time that you ran that place? And Satan said, I think 9/11, that was stunning. That was my oh. And he said, what was number 2? He said, World War II. Boy, did we do it. That was my, I loved Hitler. So he said, what was number 3? He said, the cell phone. And you know, we're living with this thing that puts us together and separates us. And we don't know how to behave with it yet because it's new and it's taking on its own rhythm. But on one hand, it's the kids. I know my kids, the reason they like to text is so I don't know where they are. And, you know, it's one of the, and I have a daughter who grows marijuana in California. It used to be called medical till this year. And well, she's a botanist, excuse me. The Bill Gates of the weed. You know. And I have these grandchildren, and they all really love what's going on in the event of watching video games. And I think in the video games we want things to happen quickly. But the generation, this is what I'm getting at, the generation that follows them, which is the millennials that we're living through now, those are the ones that we have, our little spoiled children. The ones that have followed them, this next generation, like the ones who marched this last weekend, they have a different vision, and they're really cool. They want things to be different and good, and they have another value. So that's where I put my faith and hope, and I think that's what I wanted to say to you. Is the good news is that this next group that's coming up is really terrific. And you'll see. Watch, remember what I said in 2018, you know. I mean, this is a wonderful time in life because these kids have the spirit, they have the faith. And that's what you're going to experience again now as an adult with Bob Bisaccia and my great friend and tonight's great event. Bob has the spirit, like I mentioned earlier. He has a good heart and he has fun and he really likes what he's doing. How about that for a change, huh? Boy, if we could only get government to do that. So we got a guy here that's going to come back out and do another set. I wanted to kill a little time and be a little bit philosophical tonight and celebrate the military because they've done so much for us, and now we want to do a little bit for them. And so the guy who's been doing this for years and raising money for Fisher House, Bob Bisaccia.
You know, I want to thank a few people tonight. At the top of the list is Joey Reynolds. He introduced me to the Irridium people, and Scott Barbarino was just fantastic, unreal. There's a couple of other people I'd like to mention here tonight also. And at the top of the list is my Gloria, because without her, forget about the lyrics, forget about the contract, forget about everything. And the guy that's silently responsible for a whole bunch of things in the last few months with us is Howie Rosen. Howie is just a fabulous guy, and he's a dear friend. And I'd like to dedicate this next song, Howie, to you and your family and everybody here, because we're going to take a little trip. Because the truth of the matter is, over the years, there have been thousands and hundreds of songs written about cities, places, and all kinds of things. But tonight, we're going to take a trip around the world And we gotta get ready. Is everybody ready here? Come on, I want to hear it. Let's go. Come on. Hey, come fly with me. Let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar, Bombay. Come on, fly with me. Let's fly away. Come fly with me. Let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll flirt for you. Come on, fly with me. Let's take off in the blue. Foggy day. Oh, London town. Had me low and baby had me down. I viewed that morning with much alarm. British Museum lost its charm. How long will this thing ever last? But the age of miracles hadn't passed. For suddenly I saw you standing right there, and in foggy London town that sun was shining. Because I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why do I love Paris? Because my love is here. Arrivederci Roma. I'm gonna get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms forevermore. Leave all your lovers weeping on a faraway shore. Out on that Friday, big and shiny, melts in your heart of stone. I'm gonna get you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone. I left my heart in San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine on me. Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town. Oh, Chicago, man, let me show you around. I love it. At your bottom valley, you lose your blues in Chicago. The town that Billy Sunday never shut down. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little woman there. I'm gonna get me. Oh, Oklahoma with a star bright. Get me at night. In the heart of Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Where else can there be when you go around the world? You gotta Bronx and Staten Island too. It's lovely going to the zoo. The great big city's a wondrous toy, just made for a girl and boy. We'll turn Manhattan into an Isle of Joy. Now, after around the world, where else is there to go? What up? Come on, let's go! Oh, fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter or Mars. In other words, once I get you up there where that air is rarefied, oh man, we're gonna fly absolutely petrified. Once I get you up there and the elevator's fair, you may hear angels cheer, thoughts with together. Weather-wise, it's such a groovy day. You just say the word and we'll keep those birds down the Pamuco Bay. Birds wait for a flying honeymoon, and they say, come fly with me, let's fly away. Oh! Mamma mia, I almost lost in Kansas City though. I don't know if I paid the toll to go to Kansas City. You know, I had such a difficult time trying to decide what songs to do tonight with love songs. But this has become a favorite that I just love to share with all of you here tonight. If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? No words could ever show the you I've come to know. If a ship is launched 1,000 times, then where am I to go? There's no one here but you. You're all that's left me to. And when my love for life is running dry, you come and you pour yourself on me. If a man could be two places at one time, I'd be with you tomorrow and today, beside you all the way. If the world should stop revolving, slowly spinning down to die, I'd spend the end with you. And when the world was through, and one by one those stars will all go out, then you Beautiful. Jetsaludum, Metsamata, Mamma Mia. Yeah, some of my friends are here. Halva, Nagila, Halva. The other one's in front. You know,
That's great.
I got to tell you a little story about this song. It was written in 1928 in Europe, in Germany. You didn't know that, right? And it was written for a show called the Three-Penny Opera. And it traveled all over Europe. It was very, very successful up until World War II. And it went to sleep. It didn't come to the States until the early 50s. And like I said before, the legendary Satchmo Louis Armstrong, 1956, was the first one to record it. Man, when he got it, everybody grabbed a hold of it. But in 1958, a beautiful young man by the name of Mr. Bobby Darin, man, with his arrangement, with his lyrics, and his style, brought it around the world again. In the early 60s, the chairman himself, Mr. Frank Sinatra, decided to record it. And he mentioned Louis Armstrong and Lady Ella and congratulated Bobby Darin. So I'm going to share this with you, my way. You ready? Oh, that shot babe has such teeth, dear, and he shows them, oh, pearly white. Just a jackknife as old Mac Heath, babe. So there's never a trace of red on that sidewalk, baby. Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Someone sneaking round that corner. Tell me that someone to be Mac tonight. Come on, let's swing on the tugboat, baby. Down by the river, don't you know? There's a cement bag just drooping on down. That cement is there strictly for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10. Oh, Mackie's back in town. Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe. After drawing out, all his hard-earned cash. Now Mackie's bending just like Sonny Orr's up. Could it be, our boy's done something right? Oh, Silky-toed great baby, look out for a window. And Joey Reynolds, and Glory be. Oh, that line formed on the right page. Now that Maggie's, back in town. I said Joey Reynolds, and Glory be. Look out for Dina and Debbie, and Annette too. And we're going, we're on the right page. Now that Maggie back in town. Every day. Oh, Miss Louie Brown, they goofed up. And that line forms on the right page. Now that Maggie back in town. Oh, look out, old Maggie is back. Thank you, Michael. Iris and Cecilia, they got me out of that. I kept thinking about that stupid boat. Oh, beautiful.